Action.
What do you want me to say?
Spill the beans.
Okay.
Spill the beans.
Okay. First thing off, when I moved in there, we were told by an insider living in another building that lived there that maintenance are a bunch of thieves and they'll steal anything that is not nailed down. This was told to me by, trying to think of her name. It's a hard name to think of. I'll have to come back to that. Anyway, a gentleman in the next building named Kreiner, we heard, is a thief, allegedly, and a maintenance man, and living there with a woman illegally. Now, I got Randy's license plate today. I believe it is YYB. Oh man, I wrote it on my hand. I'm trying to think. I think it's 2112, but I'm not sure. I do have it written down. Also, they had a bicycle in the fire escape on 9th floor for an inordinate amount of time. I didn't take exact time on it, but it was there. Now, since spring has come, it is parked outside, downstairs, under the canopy. But it's been there all winter. They routinely put things in the fire escapes, like some planters and things. I even found light covers in the fire escapes. Can I say the evidence exists? Can I say it? Mm-hmm. Okay. The evidence exists, and it's in a well-hidden place. And I will reveal that to the proper authorities when I'm ready. But I took it upon myself to do something about it because I want to save the lives of my friends, and I am out to stop government corruption at its source. I was a security officer under Robert Fudge at the Holiday Inn in 1983, and I know my job, and I know it well. And unfortunately, I gave some techniques of mine that I discovered and perfected to the enemy, allegedly. There are other techniques that I can employ. I have a 220 IQ, a perfect memory, total recall, and I am PO'd at seeing what government corruption is doing around this nation. Just about every day you read about somebody corrupting some area in the public interest that the government is in control of. Judges, officials, Supreme Court officials, mayors, policemen, the list goes on and on. I believe also that the Williamsport Police Department are in on the whole thing because it has been now 5 years since I moved in and they have not cracked the case. We had locks that were installed, and they are reconditioned locks. They are not new. And when I asked to have my lock changed, I got a lot of guff from the director of the building supervisor, building coordinator. And I never did get my lock changed. They changed the outside of the lock, but they didn't change the lock set, I believe. Mr. Chuck Koch, maintenance director, who in my personal opinion, and I'm entitled to say this, I think the man needs to have an OSHA test, a codes test, a fire safety test, a highway safety test. Whatever tests you can throw at that man, I think he ought to have. Because I believe that the holes for the HAVC system were not stuffed like they're supposed to be from the 1st to the 9th floor. Fire could go from the 1st to the 9th floor unabated and burn the whole building down. I believe they are 3 inches in diameter through the concrete, and the pipes are, the pipes are 1.5 inches in diameter. I studied this at the Williamsport Community College under Professor Jack Welliver, and I got all A's, a B, and 1 C, and I got a D, and I replated the course and I aced it. I got an A. But now the bench down on 1st floor, wobbles so bad, there are allegedly 350-pound men set on that. That's 700 pounds on that poor bench, and it is going to fall. Now, granted, it is between an area where there is a little offset. That keeps it from falling. But if it sticks out just a little bit, it is going to fall with those men on it, and there's going to be trouble. There will be accidents. They also, in the back, they have handicapped access at the front of the back of the building, but not out in the parking lot. It goes all the way around, and it is about that high, all the way around the back of the parking lot. There are no lights on the sidewalk. Someone who has night blindness can fall. It is not adequately lit. Okay, and at the elevators, sir, every other light is out. But magically, when they have the HUD inspections, allegedly every light in the place is on. Okay? And in front of my door, the light is out. Every other light is lit. And at the elevator, there is only one fluorescent light fixture there to light the area. Okay? Bars go across the windows. 2 bars. One at about 5.5 feet, and one maybe 3.5 feet. They are so out of the wall with the fixtures hanging there that you can move it up and down like this. And also in the elevator, there is a device or a place with a plate attached to hinges where there is wiring inside, and it is not securely fastened. There are no fixtures to put your hand on there to open it, just little holes where the screws go in. And it says in there something to the effect of 05. I don't know if that's out of date or what. I don't know elevators. My cousin's meet was that, Gary Williams. He worked, I believe, for Overhead Door Corporation, which did elevators too. Yeah, totally.
Here, you want to get them put in?
Get them.
Thank you. We're going to finish up now.
Okay.
And we'll go take this information.
Okay. They allegedly are discriminatory. They talk about alleged things in the hallway that they have no business to. My girlfriend allegedly overheard one of them say, "Oh shit, she is home." I admit the name because I don't want her implicated. They also one day said, allegedly, quote, "Pete, I nearly blew up the building today." Pete was a electrical engineer for the building. There was a man named Jim who was a second in command of Penvale, and he swore and cursed and did 30 stories around women, children, men. He didn't care. He was on the board of directors. That tells you what kind of business Lycoming Housing is. I want you to show this to my brother, incidentally. Okay?
Got it.
Also, sir, they put things in the hallway, like planners of that nature. And Mr. Koch has a sign up on the wall, allegedly, that says, "Please do not open the windows. They are very hard to close. Thank you." Maintenance, spelled M-A-I-N-T-E-N-A-C-E. The man allegedly can't even spell the word maintenance. What is he doing in charge of the disabled? They routinely paint. They do not cordon off the building. We have in our possession at Long Island Pizza, the detective agency, under Kurt Kane, a can of paint that says it is harmful to be around women who are pregnant and I believe breastfeeding, but I'm not sure.
Okay, stop. And when you get a hold of me, you know the password?
Maka, Heidi Ho.
You got it. Get a hold of me.